Of course, what is a show without talking about the Warner Brothers, Netflix, Paramount drama?
I know, right?
A lot of stuff going on there, and there are, of course, new developments now. Now, of course, you guys know, just to catch you up to speed, Warner Brothers has put itself up for sale, and they've made an agreement with Netflix. Paramount has not given up, and with Netflix's blessing, Paramount now has 1 week to submit their best and final bid for Warner Brothers. We discussed that yesterday. Ted Sarandos, the El Capitan over at Netflix, he was asked, why are you allowing Warner Brothers, you have a signed deal with them, why are you giving them a 1 week window to talk to Paramount?
Yeah, come on.
And he said some pretty interesting stuff. He says, well, number one, Paramount has been flooding the airwaves with misinformation, trying to confuse the issue. And he said, number two, we think giving them 1 week to actually put it all in writing will give extra clarity to the Warner Brothers shareholders who we feel very confident are going to vote for us and our deal come March.
Hey, Ted knows his gal. He knows she ain't.
He knows his lady.
Yeah.
He knows what she likes.
Yeah.
So that's what he said, and pretty interesting nonetheless. Well, now Warner Brothers' own board is issuing some warnings to their shareholders. As is being reported in the Business Insider, Warner Brothers saying they've gotten threats from their own employees saying they're just going to straight up quit if Paramount gets Warner Brothers, which could do a couple of things. It could murky the waters for the investors, although what would the investors care, or what would the share owners care after they get paid out? It doesn't matter to them if the Warner Brothers employees quit. But it could be a warning flare in the air for Paramount saying, hey, listen, we know you're going to lay off a lot of people, but you may lose people you don't want to lose, even if you do get our thing here. And by the way, we've been talking about one of the big advantages of Netflix getting Warner Brothers is that they're not going to lay anybody off because they have no overlap. Warner Brothers is a completely different kind of business than Netflix is. Paramount has publicly stated their plans for Warner Brothers include $6 billion in cuts. I did a little research today. Pulled out the old calculator. Wrote down some numbers. Between interns and assistants that can make upwards of $60,000 to $65,000. Mid-level management people who can make like $120,000, $130,000, and your senior executive people. The average salary of somebody who works for Warner Brothers is about $130,000 a year. Some people make less, some people make a bunch more, but the average salary of the average Warner Brothers employee is $130,000 a year. With them talking about $6 billion in cuts, that's like 50,000 jobs. Now, I don't even think Warner Brothers has 50,000 employees. Right. So they're probably amortizing that over, say, 5 years worth of savings. That's still over 10,000 people they're planning on killing their jobs from that, which is kind of interesting. Now, of course, one of the big threats that Paramount keeps hammering at the shareholders of Warner Brothers is, this Netflix deal is never going to get past regulatory stuff. It's going to get killed by the government. Bullshit. And Paramount knows it. Because if Paramount really thought, I was talking to a friend of mine earlier today who brought this up again. If Paramount really thought that this Netflix deal with Warner Brothers could never go through, you know what you would do if you were Paramount? You would just stay back in the shadows, keep your mouth shut. You would wait for this deal to get killed by the regulatory board and then sweep in and buy Warner Brothers for pennies on the dollar. Right now, they have to put in bids billions more than they want to spend because they know they're competing against Netflix. If Paramount actually believed, and they don't, but if Paramount actually believed that the Netflix deal wouldn't go through, they wouldn't say anything. They would just sit back and wait for Netflix, their only competitor, to be taken out of the picture and then sweep in and go, yeah, we said we'd buy you for $30 a share. We're thinking $25 a share. And what else could Warner Brothers do? There's no other buyers. So Paramount knows exactly what's going on. They know they're just trying to float this as a specter in the night. That being said, even it looks like, Rob, according to this report in Business Insider, even the employees of Warner Brothers know Paramount getting us is a bad idea. Now, again, Paramount has 1 week to come up with their biggest and best offer. And listen, fair play. If they come in with a significantly better offer and they change the way it's going to be financed, and it is legitimately the best offer for the Warner Brothers shareholders, I have no qualms with Warner Brothers shareholders approving it. But you and I both know that's not going to happen. So this is really interesting, Rob. Rob, you saw this report from Business Insider. What's your big takeaway from it?
Well, I've talked to some people I know at Warner Brothers, and they're not fans of Paramount taking over, and I think, again, if Paramount was coming off the year that Warner Brothers had in 2025, maybe I would say great. But Warner Brothers is cooking with gas right now. What's Paramount doing? Why would you want Paramount to take over? It's not like Paramount's on this great streak proving what amazing entertainment. I mean, Taylor Sheridan's gone, and their entire streaming service is based around their shows that he makes, and he's out. The Stranger Things guys, what are they going to do? What's Paramount doing that makes anybody want Paramount to buy them? Other than the fact that they're going to come in and wreck Warner Brothers, and they're going to get rid of a studio that's, let's face it, working compared to a studio that's not really doing anything. And I think that alone tells you something about the state of the industry. I mean, I've never seen anything that Paramount has come out and said about why they're so gung-ho. Like, why do they want this? What are they going to do? How are you going to make your, okay, the shareholders get money and then they're out. Is that it? They're gone. Well, what's the advantage? Why not have a company that's continuing to make money, whose stock price can increase and your value can be made more? Because every movie that Warner Brothers puts out lately seems to open at number one, even if it's one battle after another, which did open at number one. It's going to win Best Picture. Yeah. I mean, Emerald Fennell's got Emily Bronte adaptation in the theaters that's going to cross $100 million this weekend. I mean, let Warner Brothers be Warner Brothers.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Factor. Cold days, packed schedules, and let's be honest, when February hits, staying on track with eating well gets tough. And that's why I love Factor. Factor makes eating healthy deliciously easy with fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs so you can eat well without the planning, shopping, or cooking. One of my main go-to meals lately is their high protein options. You're getting quality functional ingredients like lean proteins, colorful vegetables, whole foods, and healthy fats. Plus, they have over 100 rotating weekly meals, including Calorie Smart, Mediterranean, GLP-1 support, ready-to-eat salads, and even their new Muscle Pro collection for strength and recovery. Everything arrives fresh, never frozen, and is ready in about 2 minutes. All that and more is why I highly recommend Factor. Head to factormeals.com/Campea50off and use the code Campea50off to get 50% off and free breakfast for a year. Eat like a pro this month with Factor. New subscribers only, varies by plan. One free breakfast item per box for 1 year while subscription is active. All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Apparently, there's some rumblings going around that a lot of the Warner Brothers staff are just going to up and quit before Paramount even has a chance to come in and cut all the jobs and take all the jobs away. At least that's what it looks like on the outside to somebody like me. Whatever you guys think about this, jump down to the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.